Hello, and welcome to Bob's new bedtime story called Bob's First Day Gardening. It sounds like you got a new job in this story, Bob. Say hi to the kids listening, and then tell us all about it. Hiya, kids. Yes, Grandad, I did get a new job. I had a kick about in the garden yesterday afternoon. Afterwards, I was all hot and bothered, as it was a lovely sunny day, so I had a drink of water, then I laid down and had an afternoon snooze in the shade. Then I dreamt I was standing by the road, waiting for Gazza the gardener to pick me up in his van for my first day in my new job working with him. Did you have a football with you by any chance, Bob? Of course I did, Grandad. We were probably going to be cutting grass. Playing a game of footy on freshly cut grass is like eating Gracie's freshly baked furry treats while they are still hot. It has to be done, Grandad. I can't see you getting much work done on your first day, Bob. Gaz pulled up in his big green van. It was pulling a trailer with a ride-on lawnmower on the back. Yes, I thought to myself, I will definitely play footy today then. I can't see you lasting long in this job, Bob. Morning, Bob, Gaz said. Jump in the van and let's go. Where are we going? I replied. First stop is Gracie's cafe for a big breakfast, he said, with a big smile on his face. Oh, yes, now you're talking, Gaz. A large portion of shaken treats is just what I need to start a hard day's work. We arrived at Gracie's cafe, and Farmer Fred's tractor was parked outside. I bet he was eating apple pie and custard in there. We walked inside, and yes, Grandad, Fred was eating a big bowl of apple pie and custard. He looked like he was really enjoying it too. Why do you think he was really enjoying it? Because he had custard all round his chin. Oh dear, maybe Fred needs to wear a bib. Gracie came over and said, Hi guys, what can I get you? Gaz said, large portion of shaken treats for Bob, and I will have a big belly buster breakfast, please, Gracie. Sounds like Gardener Gaz won't be doing much work either, eh, Bob? A little while later, Gracie brought over our meals. Wow, Gaz's breakfast was served on a tray. It was huge. I thought, blimey, Gazza won't be able to move after eating that lot, let alone work. He surely didn't eat it all, did he, Bob? He did, Grandad. He ate the whole lot. As he was munching on his last piece of fried bread, he said, Come on, Bob, let's get to the job so you can do some work. So you can do some work? What will Gaz be doing? We thanked Gracie and walked outside to the van. To be fair, Gaz would have been better rolling to the van. It would have been quicker. Gaz squeezed himself into the driving seat. He started the engine, and we headed to the job. A short while later, we arrived. It was a big house with a nice-sized lawn around the back. Perfect for playing a game of footy on, I thought. Our job was to cut the grass, trim, and leaf blow the hedges. I thought, Caw, we should have that done by lunchtime, and then we can play footy on it all afternoon. Bob, maybe Gaz has other plans for the afternoon, like going to another job? Yes, he had, Grandad, but Gaz is the type to change his mind if a better idea comes along. Oh dear, I think I know where this story is going. Gaz got on the ride-on lawnmower and got it off the trailer. He then drove it around to the back of the house. He showed me how to operate it, and then said, "You cut the grass and trim the edges, Bob. I'm going to have a sleep in the van." "Whoa, hang on, Gaz," I replied. "The grass is really long. This will take me ages to do on my own." He said, "You'll be okay, Bob. You've got all day. The lady of the house won't be back until this afternoon," and then walked away chuckling to himself. No playing football for you in the afternoon, then. What happened then, Bob? Well, I had a look around to see just how long this grass was, and then I heard a little voice coming from down in the long grass. Who was it, Bob? It was Prickly Polly the hedgehog. She said, "Hey, Bob, it's me, Prickly Polly." I pulled some grass apart, and there she was. She was looking upset. Why was she upset? She said, "Are you going to be cutting the grass with that gigantic machine, Bob?" "Yes," I replied. "Oh, no, please don't cut the grass," Polly said. Why didn't she want you to cut the grass? Polly said her two young boys, Mikey and Spiky, were playing in the grass somewhere, and she didn't know where they were. Oh dear, you can't cut the grass with those two little fellas on the loose. What did you do, Bob? Polly and I tried to look for them. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't find them. Time was passing by, and the lady of the house, a little old lady called Mrs. Flapjacks, would be home soon, and I hadn't even cut one blade of grass. What about Gaz? Did he help to find Mikey and Spiky? No, he was still sleeping in the van. He woke up just before Mrs. Flapjacks arrived back home. They walked round to the back of the house together to see how I was getting on. When they saw the grass, Gaz said, "What have you been doing, Bob? You've been hours doing this. Why is the grass still so long?" Mrs. Flapjack said, "Did you forget to bring petrol for your ride-on lawnmower, Bob?" "Not to worry if so," she added. "I've got some spare in the garage that I use for my quad bike." Wow! Mrs. F has a quad bike. Did you have a go on it, Bob? No, I didn't, Grandad. We didn't have time for that. We needed to find the little lads. Polly and I told Mrs. Flapjacks all about little Mikey and Spiky. She said, "Don't worry, Prickly Polly, we will soon find them." She then added, "I think I know where the little fellas might be." Mrs. Flapjacks said, "Follow me." Prickly Polly, Gaz, and I followed her towards a little greenhouse at the bottom of the garden. We walked inside, and there they were cuddled up together, fast asleep on a garden cushion, soaking up the sun. Oh, that's good. The little fellas wore themselves out getting up to trouble, no doubt. Back to work for you then, Bob. That's what Gaz said. I replied, "OK, Gazza, I will fire up the ride-on." Mrs. Flapjack said, It's a bit late in the day to cut grass, eh, Bob? Why don't you get your football out of the van, and then we all go to the park and have a kickabout? Gaz looks tired. He can go in goal, she added. Then I woke up. The end. Wow, Bob, that was an adventure. Yes, Grandad. And now I'm really tired. OK. Say good night to the children listening, and then snuggle down in your bed. Night, night, kids. Thanks for listening to my story. If you enjoyed Bob's bedtime story, please press the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already, and click the bell icon too to receive notifications when new stories are uploaded. Also, don't forget the educational video for this story. They are normally uploaded within a couple of days of this story being released. You will find the link for that in the description. Oh, I think Bob has already fallen asleep. No doubt he's now having another dream about playing football, which I'm sure he will tell us all about in his next story. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will join us again soon with another bedtime story told by one of my furry friends. Nighty-night.